olive oil cake recipe for you today that is super moist, and I decided to tweak it a little bit and add coconut milk to it because I think coconut goes so well in desserts. It makes things creamy and really fragrant, and I also think it's really perfect for Easter. So hope you guys enjoy, and here goes.
Okay, so I'm going to start off by beating 3 eggs until they're just nice and fluffy and ribbony. And I'm going to add about 1 to 2 tablespoons of sugar to that, and then also a tad of salt, which reacts with the proteins of the eggs and then kind of gets them more stable. So I'm going to start beating. It's going to get a little bit foamy, and then I'm going to add the sugar and then turn it up pretty high until it is the ribbon stage. And then while it's beating up to the ribbon stage, I am going to just butter the bundt pan, which you have to butter it really well. I actually did it with coconut oil, and then I'm putting in a little bit of dried, what is it called, desiccated coconut. So it's not sweetened, but that will help it release from the pan, and then also because it is a coconut cake, to add a little bit more flavor to that. I have just added about a tablespoon of coconut extract to that, and then I am pouring in about a cup of olive oil right into the eggs, and just slowly adding that in. And because they're fats, they incorporate pretty well, and I'm doing the same thing with a cup of coconut milk. And some people ask whether you need that coconut flavoring or not, and I say that you definitely do, because when people taste flavor, it's kind of a mix of taste and smell, and so you really do want both of that. Now I'm adding the sugar component, and what I did was I blended a cup of dates with a couple tablespoons of water. You guys can feel free. The original recipe would be with sugar, but I'm trying to kind of do that whole foods fruit sweetened approach. So keep that blending, and this is going to be my almond meal, and let's see, a tablespoon plus a teaspoon of baking powder, just because sometimes the almond flour has a tendency to weigh things down, and also I didn't use as much sugar as normal, so I know that this needs that extra baking powder to rise. So I divided that up into 2, and I'm just really gently folding it in, because there are bubbles that I've created with the whipping of the eggs, and so I just want to make sure it's really careful. Just putting it into my bun pan right now, just scraping it. The oven is at 350. And sometimes these bun pans have a tendency to brown really quickly, so you want to make sure to look and check on that. So about 28, I'd say 28 to like 35 minutes, 30-35 minutes, and to check on it with just a normal toothpick and everything else. So I let this rest for, I'd say about an hour, just to make sure that everything was good, and I kind of played around with it with a spatula on the side just to make sure that it would release. Thank goodness it did. Look at how pretty that is. I especially ordered this bundt pan from Amazon, and it's gorgeous, and it's like the heritage bundt pan, and it is such a showstopper, such a show-stopping piece. I always say that, but for Easter or for any kind of like big holiday where you're bringing this out to the table, it's definitely super pretty. So you can see that like inside it's really moist because of the coconut milk, and then as well as the olive oil really does it. I went ahead and I made a little bit of a glaze with some lime juice and some confectioner sugar, but if you don't want to use confectioner sugar, you can just kind of glaze it over with probably a little bit of lime juice and a little bit of water. And I grated some lime zest over it, and put a little bit of the dry coconut on it, and it looks gorgeous. Like this thing, I know it looks slightly like banana bread, but that's from the almond meal, but it is super moist. It's really good the first day, but it's great the second day because all of the oils have had time to kind of soak into the almond meal, and it's absolutely amazing. Well, there you go, guys, my coconut lime olive oil cake. If you want to see more recipes like this, as per usual, hit like and subscribe, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye!